Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't think I've done a video explaining what takes up a lot of my time and gives me all kinds of joy and anxiety, or not. Yeah, I don't think anxiety is the right word. Anger sometimes, but mostly joy. So let's start with the PC. So this is a custom build myself. I build all my own equipment. So lurking in there is an i9 9900 KF, and it's overclocked a little over 5 gigs. I think I'm around 5.2 stable. Sitting next to 32 gigs of RAM XMP to 3600 megahertz. Sitting on a EVGA RTX 2080 XC Ultra, which has been just performing flawlessly for the last year. We are liquid cooled. It's hard to see with that reflection, but the radiator's tucked up in there with the fans being external, allowing our front fans to have nice airflow coming in. The graphics card puts out a ton of air sideways, which hits the glass, and we've got a nice exit here, and we've got plenty of open ports. There was a stall area back in here where the graphics card was building up heat against the motherboard, but we have great flow back here, so no air buildup or heat pocket builds up on that motherboard. And that motherboard itself is a Aorus Z390 Ultra. And we are running memory wise M.2 drives. There's no disk in there whatsoever, so she is super fast. And up underneath there, you can't see, is a Corsair 850 watt Gold Series, I believe. So anyways, that is the machine. We got a couple displays up here on the wall that we just use for data purposes, reason being because we do everything in VR. This case, this black case here, she's just an empty case of an old PC, and she's got some weights in there for ballast because when I'm not racing, I am flying, and that's where we have the throttle there. So that's just a quick, cheap way to get that throttle in position where I want it and to keep it down. Over here, this black box you see here, this is the brain, the power supply and the control box for this guy, which is a Ricmotech, it's hard to see that, Ricmotech direct drive. It's puts out about 13, close to 14 Newton meters sustained power continuously, basically with no fade, and it can peak up to about 17 Newton meters, which is enough to break your hands. So plenty of power there. It's super quick reacting. Absolutely love it. That gives you it's as close to real world as you're going to get as far as that being in your hands. That is a Ferrari replica wheel. It is aluminum, and this is 10-speed tape, cycling tape that I put on here a long time ago just to give me a little bit of thickness, a little more comfortable. That's the way I like it there. Flight stick sitting over on that corner for those flying duties. And down here, pedals, we are running Phonetic V3 inverteds. Love these pedals. Very beefy, heavy, good dipole clutch. You see the way I have my ergonomics set up. Very heavy brake, 90 kilogram load cell, Hall sensors. I've been stomping on these things for a couple of years now, and I've had no problems whatsoever with them. So really like it. At some point in time, I'll probably go into a hydraulic set, but not anytime in the near future. This is tied together on a Next Level Racing, which originally was a F1 GT frame, However, after running that for a few seasons, my one big complaint was the seat. God, the seat sucked on that thing. So I took the seat off and we replaced it with a Jags hardback. And in that hardback, if we take the back pad out, which has got my heater on it for my back, it's sitting in there. That Realtus pad, this right here, well, there's 8 transducers in there, so that's right against your skin, and that's fantastic because that simulates the car's chassis, the bumps, hitting gears, just about everything you would normally feel through your ass, through your back, through your body almost dropped the phone, that the car is doing. That's what that pad simulates. And of course, belts. There is no motion, so I'm not getting that G-force representation, but the reason for the belts are because of that direct drive. Without the belts, I tend to use a lot of body English when I shouldn't be, so the belts just help the simulation, but also to keep me strapped, pulled down into that seat. It helps relax my upper body, and it really lets me set up the cars and drive how they're supposed to be driven. Fan right at the top of my head. Why? Yep, because of that. The OVR. It's great to have some airflow. I found that at the front of it, not good. At the side of it, not that good. But if you can get airflow right over the top of you so that it blows just at the top of your head, it leaks right down beautifully inside the Oculus, and it does a fantastic job at keeping you nice and cool. So thousands and thousands and thousands of miles raced in that setup, and there is plenty more to come. I'm sure I'll be doing some Le Mans series tonight as we get built up for another endurance season coming with the Daytona 24 at the end of January. But so yeah, that's an update on my system. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. I would like to say this is on the low end of a professional rig. From here, you're talking different chassis, hydraulic brakes, motion. But as far as the base equipment goes, I would like to classify this as probably on a low end of a pro rig. And you might be wondering what is going on here with this. Well, again, it's just kind of a MacGyvered ground strap that I have going down into there. It's an old 3-prong cable that basically I edited the 2 male and females out, so it's only got the ground, and the ground is connected to there, so no issues. But yeah, so that's the rig. So whenever I'm posting up racing information or anything, that's what I'm strapped into. Thanks for watching.